In this video, I build a cart for my belt sander. He's glued up, and I put a couple screws in it too. I'm going to use one as the top, one as the bottom, and put plywood over it, and then I'm going to put 2x4 legs directly between them. So I put my plywood on this sheet of insulation. It's got the foil back. You can see it has a bunch of cut lines in it. I got my saw set up with the track on the marks. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut. So I got the plywood cut out, and I finished cutting it to the actual size on the table saw. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue and screw these to the tops. And one will be the top and one will be the bottom. Probably this one will be the bottom since it has the crack in it. The plywood is glued and has a couple screws in it. So now I kind of set my casters on one side of it to measure the actual height. And with them it's going to be 7.5. So now I can measure the top and see how high I want that to sit. So I have it 9.5 with the top and the bottom and the casters, and if I want it to be 37 inches I need about 27.5 inch tall legs, and I'll put those on this one except, well, between them. Let me go cut those out. I want to have good contact, so I'm just going through and cleaning up the edges real quick with the file here. Got some glue on the bottom of it. What I'm going to do is put it to the edge, clamp it, get it close. Probably the most important. That looks good. Now I'll do the other three like that. So I got the bottoms all glued and screwed with 2 screws. And the top, I think I'm just going to go with 1 screw all the way through. I'm going to put glue on it, do one side at a time, square it up, and then put the screw through it. I'll pre-drill it so it doesn't crack out all the end grain. So I have my box built now, and now I need to decide if I want to put plywood on the back, or 2 sides, or just a shelf. I'm thinking I'm going to do plywood on the sides and maybe a drawer or shelf in here, just to give me more storage. I want to kind of get the belts for that sander out and kind of play with them and see where I think they'll fit and how I can put them in. Might be able to do a couple drawers in it, and that'd make it nice, and then sides to keep it kind of clean, at least 3 sides. But I think I'm going to have lunch and think that over while the glue dries. Sanded down. I went through and put filler on it. I got some more filler. And what I did is I just shaped this with the belt sander. I probably would try the router next time, but I was afraid it would crack out. It may not have. But once this dries, I'm going to go through and do a final sanding. And then I'm going to stain it, I think, to match my bench. And put the wheels on the bottom. I decided not to go with shelves because these things fit in there pretty nice. And then always in the future later on I could add shelves if needed. So for now I'm just going to go with these. I got it all stained, and I'm going to go with lag bolts to secure the wheels. So I'm going to go with the swiveling ones on this side, and then the stationary on that side, so I'll be able to turn it, and it should work out pretty good. I want to get this on here centered about. I got my belt sander on it, or I think I want it, but there's no holes to mount this with, so I'm going to put some holes, and I think I'm just going to go with some screws. Probably a little thicker than that, but there's 2x4s under it right here, that center one, and on the edge. Well, here it is. I have 3 screws is all I got in it, but it seems like it holds it pretty well. That one I'll probably tighten up a little bit. I put a hook on the back to put the cord on, and also be a kind of a stop before it hits that, because that sticks up a little bit higher. But I shouldn't have an issue going against the wall with it. And I have some sanders and sandpapers and these things right here, which I think are working out pretty well right now. And I'm glad I went with the big wheels on it because of the floor is so uneven here. But I could just put it into its space here on the uneven floor, and then it gets things out of the way nicely. Thanks for watching. Bye.